Bob, let me go to you real quick. Do any of your athletes have media training? Do you require them so that they do present and represent well to the media?
Well, I would love to require that. It's an expensive ask, but as they hit the pro ranks, majority of the teams do media training. The factory teams do. Um, it used to be a little more elaborate on the media training a while back. Now with the social media, they're spending a half a day giving the guys key talking points of what they want them to talk about for their sponsors. But I think it's being undervalued, the importance of media training. I think all these kids should get some form of a media training. Um, and they're not going to invest in themselves and do it. The ones that do, um, you see it in their interviews, you see it in their podium interviews, you see it on their social channels. They're not afraid. There's other guys, a lot that haven't had their training or didn't invest in themselves, they're just very monotone and just answer the question. So there's so much that can come out of media training, not just on the key points of what the sponsors want you to talk about, but they also teach you how to answer a question. You always repeat the question before you answer it,
Oh, I like
and
that. That's a good one.
it's such a common thing. And my screen just went blank here. I thought I lost you guys. Sorry. That it's such a common thing, and they don't do that. So it's going unrecognized, and I think you bringing it up, I would love to see teams do more of it. And the teams are telling sponsors that they need to do it. When I think if you're a family and you're developing your young son or daughter to be professional, it's a great investment to make, because whether you continue your professional racing career or it doesn't pan out, that training is going to carry over to you in the business world. It's going to make you a better business professional as well. The ability for public speaking, like all of us on this call and all the people you have speaking today, Alex, the public speaking, the comfortability there, it carries over into your real life. So it's a good investment to make, whether you think you're going to make it professionally or not. Just being comfortable talking in front of a camera, being comfortable talking to people. In this generation we're in, everybody hides behind their phone. Like you talk to your son or daughter in the dating scene, they're all breaking up via text. There's no phone calls anymore. Like everybody, no one wants to have that face-to-face interaction and deal with, getting, rejection, right? Or hearing what you don't want to hear. But that's life. We're humans. We need to communicate, right? So I think it's really, really important, and it's going unrecognized. And I'm really glad you brought it up, because there's only a handful of individuals out there that are really, really good with the media. And even when the kids make it to the 450 class, you still see so many who are just monotone. And the fans are like, oh, geez, I don't even want to watch these interviews. Like Brian Deegan brought up a great point, and I think it was a Gypsy Tales podcast. I was rewatching it, the other day. He's like, the UFC press conferences are the best thing in sports. Everybody tunes in. Everybody's paying attention. You got the banter from the fighters going at it. And I know this is deviating from your question, but I think that's a great example of, if you get the personalities of the athletes going, and in order to get their personalities out, you need this sort of media training so they feel comfortable with themselves. It all goes hand in hand.